Hello everybody, it's Dr. Zaino for 15-minute fuel. We're just in 15 minutes a day. We'll fuel your mind, your body, and your future. All right, when we're waiting for people to get on the live here, I just want to go over a couple things, review some announcements. Once again, thank you so much for not only sharing and supporting, but the feedback on the We Are Heroes vlog that we're doing almost broke the internet. A couple things happened, a couple crazy things happened. First of all, your comments were great. I'm so glad that you guys appreciate it. You'll be seeing those Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we'll be doing 15-minute fuels daily, and you'll be seeing 3 shows a week of We Are Heroes. There's no catch to We Are Heroes. We Are Heroes is documenting the journey to literally lay down the blueprint for you and I to go and do what we were created to do. And you get to see that happen. Now, all I'm asking, because there's no catch, is just to share, support, and share it out to your friends. It's going to be a great show. It's very entertaining. They'll be between 8 to 12 minutes, and it's going to be a great time. And you're going to get to see really into the behind the scenes of my life and the journey to be able to get there. So we have special guests that you'll see throughout that. You'll really enjoy it. Always go to the Dr. Zaino page, because we're going to start moving these over there very shortly. Also go to Instagram, go to Snapchat. We have a lot of funny stuff on there. And Twitter, as well as our YouTube page. And they're all at Dr. Zaino. That's where you'll be able to find all that. All right, so now we have some momentum coming on. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the biggest secrets to be able to serve at your full potential. And if you allow me, and allow me to kind of upgrade maybe some of the dogmatic thinking we have been raised with, but in order to say you're an excellent person, in order to say you're healthy, in order to say you're this or that excellent, healthy, a great marriage. See, in order to, we are what we do the most, right? So what I do often is what I become. So therefore, being excellent, being successful, having a great marriage, being strong, whatever that is all a result of a habit. See, excellence, success, great marriage, successful practice, healthy body, it's all a habit, all right? It's not a one-act thing. So to say I'm healthy, it's not a one act. It's something, it's a habit that has to be going on day after day. So remember, the things that you do the most is who you become. So if you want to say I'm successful, or you're hitting a ceiling and you want to break through that ceiling, then you have to create a habit in order to get there. So now I'm going to go to the next part. So in order to be successful, if you're watching this, in order to be able to help and serve people, in order to make a contribution in an unselfish way, keyword unselfish way, then I'm going to ask you, if you want to do something unselfish in the world, I'm going to ask you to become selfish. And what I mean by that is, we were always told that you don't want to be selfish. And then all of a sudden you see, I've seen mothers who martyred, meaning that they take care of their kids, they take care of their husband, and they don't take care of themselves. And they're the ones who get sick and stressed. Their self-esteem goes down, their self-confidence goes down. I've seen dads do the same thing. I'm just going to supply for the family. So they go work and work and work and work to supply for the family, and they're dead at 50. I've seen it. Or the whole martyring thing, there's nothing noble about it. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking and martyring to the insecurity of other people. So I'm going to ask you, you could ride both areas. I'm asking you to be selfishly unselfish. And what that means is, if you take care of yourself, if you want to look at the dictionary when it comes to selfishness, it is, thinking of oneself or taking care of oneself. Now watch this, with the disregard of others in the moment. Okay, let me explain that. So when you hear disregard for others, but it says in the moment, meaning that, when I'm taking care of myself, when I'm doing my morning ritual, I'm not catering to it at that time, or to the kids at that time, or my patients at that time. So in the moment, I'm taking care of myself. But the reason why I take care of myself, and if you saw my Facebook Live on my morning routine that took, I guess it takes 2 hours, right? I do all that to prep myself, because I know the better I am, and the better the skills I have, and the more confidence I have, and the more focused I am, then you guys and everybody else benefits. My family benefits. My patients benefits. You guys benefit. Because I'm clear-minded. I can be able to, teach you guys and lead you. You follow what I'm saying? So if I don't take time for me, if I don't step out and take time for me, with this, and just focus on myself, then I can't bring the best of what I have. So understand the philosophy here. you have to start with proper intent. I think it's all intention. Because if my intention is to help others and serve others, then being selfish, I could be selfish because I know if I'm selfish in that way, I'll be able to be hugely unselfish to be able to help everybody else. So see, the intention has to be there. You have to start with that noble quality. But that's the hero consciousness. A hero thinks that way. You know, the hero isn't going to be selfish just for themselves. They are selfish, or they have pride and ego in a healthy way to then be able to go out and deliver their best selves, or their best way of helping as many people as possible. You see, so this is where we could ride both lanes, selfishly, unselfish, selfishly, unselfish. I know it's a dogma. You're thinking, well, I was taught that I can't be selfish, but yes, you can. If you take care of your body, if you take care of yourself, you're going to feel better about yourself. You're going to be more confident. You know, if you develop your skills better, you're going to bring more value to the workplace. Therefore, when someone says, well, I don't have the time or the money to take care of myself, well, that's the wrong problem. The problem is you're not developing enough skills and value to deliver the workplace. All money is an exchange of value. So just thinking, you know, even Jim Rohn said this. He goes, work harder on yourself than you do at your job. Work harder than yourself than you do at your job, because when you work hard at your job, you'll make a living. But when you work hard on yourself, you create a fortune. And fortune just isn't money alone. It's self-esteem, self-worth, confidence, feeling good about yourself. Imagine if you just felt a little bit better about yourself on a daily basis, the compound effect, and how that would affect your marriage, how that would affect your kids, how that would affect your day at work. I mean, just imagine the compound effect that would cause when you took time for yourself. So that's why I'm asking you to be selfishly unselfish. And you're going to hear that. I will be talking about things where they're almost polar. It creates a polarity, selfishly and selfish. It creates this polarity, just like saying it's okay to have pride and ego, but massive humility, right? Pride, ego, humility, but they create a polarity, and they actually bring the hero out of you. That's how I can serve the best I can. If we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of anybody else. And I know I'm looking at some people on here like Darren Steen. He's on here. He's a great personal trainer. I'm seeing a lot of doctors on here. Here's the thing. When you work in the health field, we always tell people, well, if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to take care of others. And people nod and say, I know. But they know here, but deep down in their heart, they've been told their whole life, you know, it's no good to be selfish or martyr yourself to others, because you're not a good person if you take time for yourself. You're only considered a good person if you give everything you have to others and you never take the time for yourself. So it's the way we were raised. But I'm asking you to challenge the way you were raised. Ask the questions. Challenge it. Heroes question limitations. I'll say that again. Heroes question limitations. So ask yourself, number one, why can't I take time for myself? Because you know you have a good heart. You have to start with a good heart. A hero has a good heart. A villain doesn't. See, if you're a villainous person and you're selfish, yeah, that's what villains do. There's no nobility. But most of you on this line, you have a noble heart. You have a great cause for people. But you have to understand, if your foundation, if you are not strong, if you are not healthy, if you don't take time for yourself, you'll never be able to help others. So if you're liking this, please hit the thumbs up like that. Give me some love. Punch that share button. I'm going to go over some questions right now. All right, I'm going to say hello to everybody. All right, guys. Oh, I see one heart. Thanks. Probably. Oh, my mom, of course. So is my mom the only one giving me love? All right, good. Thank you. All right, so let me go over here. Let me see some questions. George, good to see you. My mom's on. Hey, Lisa, good to see you guys. Tim Ratcliffe, good to see you, Doc. Thanks, guys, for sharing. Thank you so much. Brennan Coe, awesome. Brennan, he's killing it what he's doing. Abundant Life Chiropractic, my own office share. This is very cool. Rob Neuenschweiner's on. Thank you, guys. Okay, all right, let me see. Dr. Tim Westlock's on. Good to see you. Juan, I agree, especially in healthcare providers, we don't take care of ourselves. Great, Juan. Holy cow. So even better. So Juan's talking about healthcare providers. How many times have you ever went to a doctor and you could totally see they never took care of themselves? It's totally incongruent, right? You go there, and here you're going to get healthy, or you need to get your health back, and you're looking at someone who clearly does not represent a congruent person who even takes care of their health. So that's why when it comes to congruency, go on, that was great. So I always say this, what people don't see, they know. And I think you guys could agree with me on this one. What you don't see about me, you know about me. Like, you know, if I say something, you'll know innately, yes, he's right, or B, he's full of crap, right? Because you know, like innately, we know what we don't see. So if I'm getting coached by somebody, you know, in any area of my life, if they're not congruent, if they're not doing what they teach me to do, then there's a huge disconnect. And I think for a lot of doctors, when I do, I don't want to say coach, but when I do mentor certain doctors, and they're stuck. A lot of doctors say, Doc, I'm hitting a ceiling. So, and this goes for everybody. You don't have to be a doctor, but in your life, if you're hitting a ceiling, in your job, in your relationship, in your health, you have to ask yourself, are you being congruent? And most of the doctors, when I look at their lives, there's so many incongruencies. Like, I'm a chiropractor, right? I've seen doctors, they don't even get adjusted. They eat pizza. I eat pizza like once in a while, you know, just as my cheat meal, or my vacation meal, but like what they're speaking or telling their patients to do, they're not doing. So even though you're saying one thing and you're practicing or performing one way at the office, your patients know innately. So that's why congruency is huge, especially when it comes to that. So but I understand you want to show that I'm an unselfish person. No, I'm happy to say I'm very selfish to be able to take care of my body, to take care of my health. You know why? Because when I'm my best, right? When I'm at my best, people win. And I get the short end of the stick. So when I'm my best and my skills are sharp and I'm on my A game and I'm strong and my mind's clear, people's lives are changed. So you have to go in with that confidence, knowing that when I take care of me, other people win. Great job, Juan. That was such a good take on that. Good to see you, Darren, Derek Benson, Patrick Williams. Hey, Bennett, Bennett said you can't take care of anyone if you aren't taking care of yourself. Love yourself so you can love others. Huge. Maybe that's the tough part. Maybe it's so. What is sometimes martyring? I see it's not that the person's martyring and they want to take care of the wife and kids first. I think that person deep down has an issue loving themselves, and they're living in torment if you can't love yourself. Because how can you give love if you can't even receive it from yourself? You can't fill the cup from others with an empty cup. You bet. Hello, Pete. Hey, Sam. All right, Heather. Good to see you. Live for the fuel. Polarity. Two sides of the same. Polarity is huge, guys. Start thinking about polarity. What I mean is selfishly unselfish. Having pride and ego, which means self-worth, right? And being proud of what you do and your God-given capabilities with humility. You put those together. I mean, life is polarity. If I have a magnet, right? A magnet has a positive and a negative. I can't just choose the positive. If I broke the magnet, what do I have? A piece with a positive and negative. I break it again, positive. So life itself is polarity. That's why when you go do something, you can't expect everybody to like it. You know, you need polarity. Polarity creates that essence and ether of life. All right, so thank you so much, guys. You know, we're going to close off. Any questions, just let me know. Hit your comments right now. I'm still looking at the comments. If you have any questions, type them now. I'll be answering them for you. Also, episode number 2 for We Are Heroes is coming tomorrow, Wednesday. Yes, you'll be seeing it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the team is working really hard on that. Episode 2 is going to be up tomorrow. Make sure you share it, love it, enjoy it. And let's really create this huge movement together to actually giving ourselves permission to be the hero inside. And I heard a great thing today. I was listening to something that, during a midlife crisis, someone explained a midlife crisis. It's not a crisis. It's just that true hero inside you. I'm saying hero. Or it's the true you inside you being absolutely fed up without being authentic. Meaning that, our whole lives, we were living secret identities. I got to use it in the hero terms. The secret identities our whole entire life, because we've been taught different things, to act a certain way, to speak a certain way, to have a certain job, to go to a certain school. And we were told to do things, but we never allowed ourselves to really examine our lives and say, this is who I really am. So there's that midlife area, whether it's whatever that age is for you, where you're feeling the polarity, you're feeling the resistance of the true you that just wants to shine and fly versus the subordinated you, which is that secret identity. So in the time of your life when you have the secret identity and the hero and they start to clash, you could either choose to fly or you could choose to kill that hero, have your soul rot, and leave a life of apathy. And so I'm challenging you to soul search yourself and say, who am I really? Remember that you saw that video. What do I do? Who am I really? Your job doesn't define who you are. Your God-given talents and abilities, and your Creator does. So embrace it, don't be afraid of it, and live the life you want to have. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday for 15-Minute Fuel, where our goal every single day is to fuel your mind, your body, and your future. See you tomorrow.